What is going on, YouTube people? Neo Cards and Comics here today for classic charts and graphs. Like to mix these in every once in a while. This is the backbone that the channel was built on. Charts and graphs videos. If you like numbers on a screen, this is the video for you. If you're an old school viewer of the channel, this is the video for you. If you like bloodbaths in the ultra-modern NBA market, this is the video for you. I figured it would be fitting to take a one-year look back at the NBA. Today is the first day of free agency. At time of recording, I'm recording the night before, obviously. Future people, what's up? James Harden's opted in, requesting trades already. My favorite time of the NBA is not disappointing. So, like I said, I thought it would be interesting to kind of see if last NBA offseason, if you went, okay, it's the offseason, we are going to load up and we are going to hold and see what happens. Year over year, has anything actually gone up or is it just all red? There is a ton of red, not a lot of green. All right, what are we looking at? Very simple. Prism, silver, PSA 10, year over year. That's it. Is it perfect? No, but that's what we're looking at. Market movers today, link in the description down below. If you want your own charts and graphs to poke around with, check it out. 14-day free trial plus 20% off with whatever service level you sign up with for life. So, like I said, here's our parameters. We were on the price movements page. Basketball, PSA 10, Prism, silver. I know, Prism silvers are garbage. Everyone hates them now, but it's still the best overall baseline, in my opinion, to get a macro level look, which is what we were trying to do. Let's start with the good, and the list is short. Who has actually gone up? If you bought 1 year ago today and you just tucked them away and said, I am holding for 1 year and then I will sell, your biggest winner is the Joker. Not surprising. Runner-up, Jimmy Butler, also not surprising. The two guys that made finals runs. One very expected. Joker was a favorite. Butler, not so much. But they saw the biggest increases. 57% increase for the Joker, 46% for Jimmy Butler. Now, when I say biggest increases, I'm talking dollar value, not percentage. But Joker up over $1,000. Butler up $500. Third place, Cam Thomas. Now, to be fair, one is not sold for a while, so take that for what it's worth. And then continuing down the list of, this is just an all-star studded cast, that if I told you 1 year ago, buy these guys and you're going to do great. Following up Cameron Thomas, we have Jaden McDaniels up 113% or $93. After that, Lauri Markkanen up 60 some dollars. Then Austin Reeves. Once again, the names, they just keep coming. Like I said, this was a who's who. Last year at the National, this is what everyone was looking for, was Austin Reeves cards. Mikal Bridges, Franz Wagner from your Orlando Magic, up a whopping $35. You might notice we are not very deep on this list, and the amounts that these cards have gone up year over year are not very large numbers already. We're only at $35 and we're like 10 cards in. Not a good sign, folks. Let's scroll down a little bit. Jordan Nora, Isaac Okoro, for some reason, because he did not have a very good season last year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Miles Turner, one of those is not sold for a while. Once again, some of these you got to be a little careful. They haven't sold for a while, but very low pop counts on some of these. Aaron Gordon up $17, coming off of a nice NBA Finals run. Josh Giddey, very fun young player in the NBA, lots of upside. Ivan Zubac, okay, sure. Carson Edwards, like I said, the names on this list, folks. Dante DiVincenzo, Cameron Payne, Luka Samajic, Landry Shamet, Paolo Banchero, but his cards just came out, so that's not really a fair comparison. And then Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura. What are we doing? SGA up a whopping $3. And there we go. We are in the single digits and at even before we even get this list is 40 cards long, and the bottom three are just, they stayed the same, with a couple slightly going up. Now, once again, some of these haven't had transactions for a while, but you get the general. Once again, this is not some like perfect pinpoint metric, but you get the general idea. Year over year, not a whole lot of guys actually went up a ton in value. The obvious ones, Joker and Butler, did. And then after that, essentially the 2 star players from the team that went to the NBA Finals, beyond that, that's a lot of no-name guys on there. Like, Lauri Markkanen was not buzzy last year at the National, I can tell you that right now. Let's reverse this list. Now, I want you to prepare yourselves. If you don't like violent content or you trigger warning, any of that sort of stuff, this is your off ramp. Go ahead and get out of here. We're going to click this button, and things are going to get ugly. So now we're sorting by the biggest losses. Just real quick, let's go 40 deep. Okay, remember on the last page, 40 deep on the cards going up. We were already at flat values, which means cards weren't going up anymore. I'm 40 deep, and we're still at $162 drop. 40 cards into the list. Big difference from the going up section. Let's scroll back up to the top here. Number 1 on the list, one of the best players in the NBA, multiple-time MVP, NBA champion, Giannis, Silver Prism PSA 10, very low pop on this card, only 80 of them. A semi-recent sale in May. That card is down 4.5K, and I think it's even down more than that since then. Yikes, 25% drop. Kawhi Leonard hasn't really had a big NBA moment in quite a few years now, besides sitting with the trainer. Down 57%, a 4.5K drop almost. Bradley Beal recently traded, still hasn't had much action on his cards. Last sale on a PSA 10 silver was May 1st. Down was $2,000 last year at this time, is now $400, an 80% dive. Klay Thompson, down 35%. Kyrie Irving obviously had a hellacious season, down 50%. Zion Williamson, last year at this time, 1.8K, now $600. Draymond Green, down 66%. The dollar values are massive, and then it's the percentage drops, which are huge as well. LaMelo Ball, whipping boy of the channel. I am not a big LaMelo Ball fan. Down 70%. Damian Lillard, down $1,000. Tyler Zeller, for some reason, down 85%. That's got to be a bad starting price. I don't think that his Silver Prism ever went for $1,000. Oh yeah, pop 3. There you go. We're just get the general vibe here for this stuff. Devin Booker, down 40% to $1,000. Markieff Morris. Tristan Thompson, my boy. Lucas Silver, down 32%. Was just under $2,000 a year ago. Now sitting at 1.3K. How the mighty have fallen in the Lukaverse. Jalen Green, down 70%. $800 to $250. Talented player, but on a mess of a team. We'll see if they shake things up this offseason. Cade Cunningham also down 70%. Embiid, coming off a monster season, won the MVP, down 40%. If I told you last year, listen, Joel Embiid, he's going to have a monster year. They're not going to win the title, but he's going to win the MVP, and it's going to be great. Hey, cool, load up. Down 40%. Sorry about your luck. Down to $800 on his silver 10. Who else we got on this list that's intriguing? Karl Anthony Towns, potentially could get traded later today. Down to $200 for his silver prism. Oh, Ben Simmons, $500 down to $128. Trae Young, ouch, $540 down to $200 on his PSA 10 silver. Scotty Barnes way down. I will say one trend just from this that kind of intrigues me if you wanted to dabble. The 2021 guys seem like they got hit real hard. A lot of them had bad seasons last year. Evan Mobley was the one standout. Scotty Barnes regressed. Jalen Green gets punished because he's on the Rockets. Cade Cunningham was out most of the year, and Scotty Barnes took a huge step back. Cade Cunningham should be healthy, have a fresh team to run with. Jalen Green should have some veteran leadership in there this year. Scotty Barnes could have a path cleared for him. 2021 class is a little bit intriguing. I still have a lot of 2021 wax, but there's some interesting players there that have dipped down quite a bit. That's my biggest takeaway on the guys that have crashed back down to earth. Jonathan Kuminga, everyone's favorite pet project, also from that 21 class, down 70%. Anthony Edwards, Brandon Ingram, James Wiseman, Tyrese Maxey had a great season, down 56%. Tyrese Halliburton, fantastic season, down 50%. Jordan Poole, whoops, down 50%. And even my boy Evan Mobley, coming off a finalist for NBA Defensive Player of the Year, down 50%. Let's look at a couple guys that do not have silver prisms. Curry, LeBron, KD. Once again, year over year. Curry and LeBron, I took PSA 10s and PSA 9s just for the hell of it. This is Curry's base tops. His tops chrome. Still goes for astronomical sums of money. It's a numbered card. They don't transact very often, so I did not use that one. But Curry base chrome, PSA 10, pop 369, down 14%. Actually, out of all the big players, one of the ones that actually kind of semi-maintained, down a little bit, obviously. His PSA 9 has stayed flat at about 6% up, actually. LeBron, PSA 10, chrome, pop a little over 2,000, down 32%. The PSA 9, down about 16%. KD, tops chrome, sorry, Splenda Sports, down 32%. It was 1.5K, is now, or just under 1.5K, is now just under $1,000. Now, is this because the NBA is dead? Like I am sure 6 people have already put in the comments below, and something about nobody watches the NBA and the NBA is stupid and all this nonsense. Maybe. I don't know. Realistically, it's probably that the NBA, ultramodern NBA, was the most inflated thing in the new world order, the new market that came out in 2021, 2022. It got hyped the most by a mile. It got pumped the most. It went to the moon. It has returned from the moon and then some. It went right past Earth, kept on going. So I think it's only natural that most of this stuff year over year has had massive decreases outside of a couple of guys. Now, the key question is, if we do this exercise again next year, what does it look like? Is it massive amounts of red like we saw this year? Or is it a little bit more stabilized? I worry there still might be some heavy losses. You look at some of the players that are still priced pretty high, and there is definitely room to come off some of those, especially the silver prisms. I thought this was kind of an interesting exercise. Is there anything here that kind of jumped out at you? Once again, for me, it was the 2021 class in general, kind of getting just hammered, justifiably so too. I get it. They did not have great years last year, but I am intrigued by that. If you were going to force me to prospect on some guys, I would probably be mining that 2021 class just to kind of see what I could find. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. Enjoy the Woj bombs today and the Shams tweets. Lock yourself into your NBA bunker with NBA Twitter running wild in the streets later today. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.